You want to hear about a couple of more of the first ladies in the White House, the series I'm doing? Stay tuned. Today is Tea Tuesday. This is hosted by our wonderful friend Patty at Life with Patty. Here is her information. You can go over and check and see what she posts today and what everyone else in this awesome collaboration posts. I am drinking my coffee with collagen and protein in here. I always look forward to this cup of coffee, the first thing, and you see my new cup. Well, it's not new anymore. I've been drinking out of it regularly, Cheryl. Thank you. See the good. Yep, it's good coffee. Let me tell you about that coffee. You might think, oh my goodness. You know, I've always said Mrs. Pete's Thrifty Living. Well, I guess you could say that. I had this coffee that I got, I can't even tell you how long ago. It was all sealed up. It was Starbucks coffee, and it was a 5-pound bag. Sealed up, and I put it back, and somehow I didn't use it. When I got it out, I looked at the expiration date. And remember, this is beans. And I looked at the expiration date, and it was 2022. And I thought, oh, I don't want to pour this out. So I ground it up enough to fill my little canister up. And I make the coffee. And it was just like, it's A-okay. Nothing wrong with that coffee. I didn't get sick. I haven't got sick. And it is so good. So I'm drinking really out of date coffee. How many years out the expiration date is. This book I got from Carol Crinkle Path. She's an awesome girl. You need to go over and check her channel out too, if you would. There's so many great channels out on here that you can spend your whole life watching one YouTube wonderful person after another. Today, I'm going to go on with my list. And by the way, you can go back in the playlist and watch all the Presidents series that I had. And it's listed under Presidents. And you can, and when I got the book, I started the Presidents' Wives. Some of them are not the wives. I've found that out. And this, I think, might be one of them. Now, I don't recognize this lady, and do recognize the last name. See what this one. This is Anna Tuthill Symes Harrison. Anna Tuthill Symes was born in New Jersey in 1775. Her mother died soon after her birth. When Anna was 4, her father brought her to Long Island to be cared for by her grandparents. I went to boarding school in New York. She was the first president's wife to have a formal education. Now that's new to me. When Anna was 19, her father was appointed to be territory judge and governor in Ohio. Her father had remarried and had settled into frontier life. She met and promptly fell in love with Captain William Henry Harrison. Anna's father did not approve of this match. But Anna and William were married by the Justice of the Peace while her father was away. Oh, like eloping? Anna was a hard-working woman, and Harrison's farm thrived. The couple had 10 children, and Anna educated them all herself. She was very active in church. Her home was always open to friends and strangers alike. Anna was proud of her husband's accomplishments. He was commander during the War of 1812, a governor and a congressman, and then a senator. However, she did not support his bid for presidency. The Washington world of politics did not hold her appeal. She preferred that her husband would cultivate his farm. After all, he was 68 years old, and Anna was 65, but Harrison won the election. Anna, who had been ill, chose to follow the advice of her doctor. She waited for milder weather to go to Washington. Her widowed daughter-in-law, Jane Harrison, went in her place. President William Henry Harrison caught a cold on the day of inauguration and died of pneumonia 30 days later. Oh my goodness. His was the shortest term of an American president. Anna Harrison, the First Lady, had not arrived in Washington. Anna did not remarry in most of the rest of her life in North Bend. The last few years, she stayed with her only surviving son, John Scott, father of Benjamin Harrison, who became the 23rd President of the United States. She died in 1864 at the age of 88. She lived longer than a lot of the older ones. She was born in Morristown, New Jersey. She had 10 children, 6 boys and 4 girls. Years as a First Lady, 1 month. And she died of natural causes. That's quite a different story. The next one, pretty, isn't she? Look at that. Priscilla Cooper Tyler served as First Lady during the term of her father-in-law, John Tyler. He was the 10th President of the United States. Priscilla Cooper, she was born in New York, grew up happily in Pennsylvania. She was devoted to her father, who was an actor. When he encouraged her to join him on stage, Priscilla was happy to oblige him. To the dismay of the rest of the family, father and daughters traveled around the country together for 5 years, acting in plays and getting favorable reviews. This is different. Perhaps the best review came from Robert Tyler, who saw Priscilla perform Othello and fell in love with her instantly. Priscilla had been longing for security of a marriage, and she and Robert were married in 1839. When Robert's father, John Tyler, ran for vice president on the Harrison ticket, Priscilla wrote everyone she knew to gather the support for her father-in-law. Harrison won his bid for presidency, but died soon afterwards, making John Tyler the new president. Tyler's wife, Letitia, was an invalid. He asked Priscilla to serve as First Lady. When Priscilla Tyler arrived in Washington to take the job of White House hostess, many people knew that she was a stage actress. In 1841, acting was not considered a respectable pursuit for a young lady. But Priscilla's beauty, poise, and charm won the hearts of those who visited the White House. Priscilla, always full of fun and adventure, was thrilled with the White House. She gave many parties and dinners that was formal and informal, and constantly was entertaining guests. Her natural friendliness and occasional advice from Dolly, we hear from her quite often, from Dolly Madison, guaranteed that Priscilla's parties was successful. Although she was often exhausted from the endless entertaining, Priscilla was sad to leave the White House in 1844. President Tyler, a widower since 1842, had just remarried, and there was a new First Lady, Julia Gardenia Tyler, for the remainder of his term. Priscilla and her family settled in Montgomery, Alabama, and she remained as a much loved and respected person until her death. Now, let's see if it shows a picture of Julia. And it don't in this. 9 children, and she studied with her father to be an actress. And she died of natural causes in 1889. It was fun. All of these are so different that, yeah, I mean, lately it seems like every one of the presidents that we've known in the last few years has been the wife. And all of a sudden I'm reading about these that stepped in to be the First Lady. That's very interesting to me. I hope you'll come back tomorrow. I want to tell you, I have a pie recipe tomorrow. Actually, I'm making the crust. I'm putting it in the pie pan and smashing it out. And then I'm making homemade lemon pudding to put in that pie filling, I guess you'd say. And it's made in the microwave. And it's good. You'll see all my trials and troubles with it a little bit. I edited it because I can't keep you that long. It would have been a long, long one. You'd say, oh, is she ever going to get done with this part of it? Okay. I look forward to seeing you. And don't forget, Jesus loves you every day. Go check out Patty at Life with Patty, and you'll find lots of good things. She hosts another BookTube. She may host some more. I've just joined in a few collabs, the ones that seem to fit me. Maybe I'll join more. We'll see. In the meantime, you can check my playlist. There's always something there, something every day, and I pray God bless you. See you tomorrow.